Let's be honest, wholesaling real estate has changed. It's not what it used to be. And if you've been in this business for a while, you've probably felt it too. The tools, the noise, the promises, it's all overwhelming. But here's the thing, the fundamentals haven't changed. And today, I want to talk about where we went wrong and how we can fix it, and why I believe this industry still has a bright future. This video isn't about pointing fingers or being bitter. It's about getting real about the challenge we face in this industry and how we can get back to what actually works. If you're feeling stuck or overwhelmed, stay with me because we're going to unpack it all. When I started wholesaling in 2015, 2016, wholesaling was simple. I'd drive to the courthouse, I'll pull leads by hand, work them with nothing but a cell phone and an Excel sheet. It wasn't glamorous, but it worked. And the effort it took to do separated the serious players from the ones just looking to get a quick buck. I remember walking into the courthouse on even rainy days, flipping through probate records by hand, taking pictures and writing notes. There was no automation, no fancy software. It's just me, a notebook, and my determination. And I loved it. Every deal felt earned and every success taught me something new. Now, don't get me wrong, technology has been a blessing. It's made wholesaling more accessible, which is great. It also brought challenges we just didn't see coming. Before I got into real estate, I was a bounty hunter. Yeah, my job was to find people who did not want to be found. We used data, lots of it. We would track down skips. These are people who miss court, and it wasn't easy, but it taught me how to think creatively and how to use technology to solve problems. But here's the thing about data. It's like oil. On its own, it's useless. But when it's refined, it becomes incredibly valuable. We use this data to find everything from old phone numbers, hidden addresses, old girlfriends. And when I transitioned into real estate, I realized the same exact principles applied. Distressed properties, they're like skips. The goal is to find the owner, connect with them, and solve their problem. I remember my first deal using skip tracing. It was abandoned property in a neighborhood I grew up in, and there was no obvious owner. Using those same tactics I learned as a bounty hunter, tracked down the heirs, negotiated a deal, and closed it. That deal changed everything for me. Technology has made it easier to access leads, connect with owners, and even automate all the processes. Tools like CRM, skip tracing services, the auto dialer revolutionized the game. And honestly, I embraced it. I even built a company in 2018 to help investors get better skip tracing results. At the time, skip tracing was much more expensive. You OGs know what I mean. It was like $1 to $1.50 per record, but the data was solid. Investors trusted it. I built my company because I wanted to solve a problem I faced myself, finding good data efficiently. And it worked because I had access to data as a bounty hunter that not many people had access to. As my company REI Skip became more popular over the years, things started to change. Everyone and their mother launched a white label skip tracing service, and then the quality just went out the window. Cheap data flooded the market, and people couldn't tell the difference between good and bad. Tools were supposed to simplify the process, end up complicating it. By 2021, the industry became bloated. Tools and softwares promised to make wholesaling easier, but for many, it just added so much noise. And then suddenly, you had new investors spending thousands of dollars on tools without closing a single deal. I mean, I know so many new investors that did that. Back in 2018, I started hosting meetups, live in person, city to city, state to state, because I saw the need for a real community. People wanted a safe space to learn, ask questions, and even share ideas. And it worked. Those meetups were diverse, collaborative, and impactful. But today, that sense of community, it feels fragmented. And let's be real, too many people entered this space just to sell something. They prey on eager investors selling overpriced courses and bad data, all so they can keep up the lifestyle that just doesn't make sense. And the ones who genuinely wanted to help, they got drowned out by the noise of the people with the flashy lifestyles, and because this is what people just wanted to see. I want to bring that sense of community back. A place where you can learn from each other, ask real questions, and grow together. No egos, no hidden agendas, just real value. Here's what I believe. The future of wholesaling isn't about having the most tools or the biggest teams. It's about getting back to the basics, mastering the fundamentals, and building a business that works for you. Think about your business now. Are you focused on what matters, or are you overwhelmed by the tools and the systems? Could you simplify your approach and still succeed? Here's what you need to get started: a phone, a computer, and maybe a virtual assistant. That's it. Forget the noise. Focus on finding deals, building relationships with people, and closing contracts, because that's what wholesaling is all about. And let's rebuild this industry together. Let's create a space where people can connect, learn, and grow without feeling pressure to buy something they really don't need. Because here's the thing, the fundamentals of wholesaling haven't changed. The process is still simple, and the opportunities are still there. But we need to cut through the noise, focus on what works, and rebuild that community that made this industry great. With that being said, I'm going to put a link in the description of this video. It's a brand new community I made. I just started it, and I want you to join. It's absolutely free, and it's going to be a safe place. If you remember my Facebook group, that's what I want it to be. Something safe and something that you really get answers. So anyone looking to enter the industry, or anyone looking to refine their current process and get back to the basics, this community is for you. And in the next video here on YouTube, I'm going to break down the essentials for wholesaling in 2025. And I'm going to share more about my journey as a real estate developer in Africa. If you're ready to simplify, if you're ready to focus and grow, hit that subscribe button and join me. Drop a comment and let me know. What's one thing you would simplify in your business today? Let's talk about it. Let's make wholesaling extraordinary again. I'll see you soon.